Action.
Hi everyone, I'm Christine from Table Talk, and I'm going to talk to you all about my take on the Baltimore civil unrest. First, I want to give you a history of civil unrest in this country. So almost every year since the 1900s, there has been some type of riot. Some of it majority of black people, a lot of it is majority white people. Some of it for good reasons, majority of them not good reasons. Majority of the reasons have been because black people were somewhere that white people didn't want, or others didn't want them at. Some of them was because someone's game didn't get won. 2013 Huntington Beach, bunch of college kids and surfers rioted because the U.S. didn't win the surfing contest. Whenever a baseball, basketball, football team win, that city riots. So, and it's about sports or what have you. In 1951 in Chicago, or Cicero, Illinois, on a suburb of Chicago, a black family moved into an all-white apartment building because the rent was cheaper, they had more room, it was a family of 5. And there was a 4,000 person riot because the European people living out there did not want that black family to live in their apartment building or even in their neighborhood. Now, we had the riots in Ferguson last year. They started off peaceful. Then the police began to, you can't be here, throw tear gas and everything like that. And then rioting began. And here we are now, we're in Baltimore. Well, we had the riots in New York. They were pretty peaceful. It wasn't any rioting or anything. But again, the police, didn't get as active as the police are right now. Or did in Ferguson. Now here we are in Baltimore. And the riots were not riots initially. It was a peaceful protest. You don't see that in the media. You only see the looting, the rioting, and things like that. Well, even if they were all not peaceful, it doesn't matter. These are legitimate reasons to riot. White police officers are killing black people left and right. They're being called justified homicides. The officers are not being held accountable because they feared for their life. And as far as the Freddie Gray situation, and to his family, I really do send my condolences. I read a little bit of it. I didn't get to completely find out what their determination was, but I do know that the officers are not being held accountable. So, with that being said, why are the people rioting? Well, they're not rioting because they don't want white people in their neighborhoods. They're not rioting because their team didn't win. They're not rioting because the air is blowing. They're rioting because, again, a black person died at the hands of white police officers. So, the protest began peacefully. The media doesn't show that. There was 150 or so preachers out praying for the outcome of the Freddie Gray investigation. They don't show you that. Media doesn't show you that. But they will show you the children, the emotionally charged youth of Baltimore tearing up and looting the city. Yeah, they might be wrong, but you know what? I'm not going to say they're wrong. I'm going to say they just. because one of theirs has been murdered again. One of theirs died at the hands of cops again. Another black person, another black young man, not just a black person, a black young man was murdered. How do you explain that? How do you justify 80% of his spine crushed, his neck broke, spleen messed up, and whatever other injuries he was inflicted upon his body? How do you explain these things to a bunch of emotionally charged children and not expect them to react? Hell yeah, they reacted. And they have a right to react. Now, how do we fix the problem? I have some ideas. I'm not sure many of you will agree. But first off, let's stop letting cowards be on the police force. And I say cowards because so many people are fearing for their lives just because a black guy or a black woman says something or moves a certain way that they gotta be shot. So you obviously are afraid. And if you're that afraid that everybody that makes a sudden move has to be shot because your life is in danger all the time, then you need some retraining, or you need not be a police officer, because you can't serve and protect, you can serve and kill. So us as a people, we need to stand together. We need to unite. Stop siding with other people, telling other people, yeah, they ignorant, they this, they that. Stop doing that. We're not helping the cause when you do that. How about we unite arms, stand together, and let's say, hey, young man, that's not the way we're going to handle this. We're going to handle it this way. Let's get some leadership out there. Let's get some people that say, we will lead, you guys follow, and let's work this thing the way we're going to get the best results, instead of pointing fingers. They're ignorant, they're thugs, they're this, they're that. It's stupid to tear up your city. It was stupid for white people to tear up their city over a sport. It's emotional to tear up your city about one of yours being murdered again. So we need leaders, we need unity, and we need more people out there helping our children. And we need these cowards out of that uniform with the license to kill. We need some men and women who are not afraid to go into the African American, black, people of color, minority, whatever you want to call us, go into our neighborhoods and not be afraid to do your job properly. Every black person does not deserve to be shot. Every move I make does not mean I'm attempting to kill you or I'm putting your life at danger. I might be angry that day. You gonna kill me in front of my children? Is that what's going on? Is that what's gonna happen to me? Do I have to worry about my son walking down the street, and because he's a black boy walking and someone thinks that he is, I don't know, a thug, they're gonna call the police and the police gonna just show up with their guns out ready to shoot my son? It's gotta be better than this. The police departments all over this country, you have to do better. If your people are scared, if your people are in the KKK or Ku Klux Klan, if your people are supremacists or anything like that, screen them a little bit better. Do better. And stop putting these coward white cops in these African American communities, these black communities, these minority communities, and put more people of color and minorities into these black and into our communities so that our people will stop dying. Black people are not initially scared of black people. Latinos are not initially scared of black people. Black people are not initially scared of Latinos. You know, we all are in this state, in this country, not even city or state. We all are here in this country, on this great earth, in this land, whatever you want to say. We're all here together. But we can't survive together if you keep killing our people and we keep having to respond to it. So do better. Black men, stand up. Lead our children. Lead your women. Lead your children. Lead the whole nation of black people. Do better. That's all I have for now. Bye.